Scott and Gustav, your predictions for the next 1 month, let's say for the month of March, what are you expecting to see?
Just listening to, so NVIDIA is having a talk middle of March, or Jensen is, I'm expecting there to be a lot focus again on the robotics there. So, and I think at the moment it feels like everyone is like playing catch up. Oh, they showed something, now we have to show. I'm just waiting for Tesla to do the same. Maybe they're not wanting to play this game and they're going to wait until they have their AI day or whatever. But there are some big promises with the numbers of bots before the end of the year and the most advanced hand and all of that. So they have big shoes to fill.
Yeah. And speaking of synthetic AI, NVIDIA has been doing a lot. So the point you mentioned earlier about not only synthetic AI being used in pre-training, but also bots teaching other bots. Scott, what do you see? And do you see any of it playing out in the next month or two?
I think we're probably going to see that from all sorts of different places. There'll probably be some research papers and other things that are dropping, just sort of saying what are like some of the new methodologies to be able to train the robots. Sim to real kind of things that NVIDIA will probably talk about, as well as others just looking at different strategies that are working. It was rather interesting to see that the paper from Pi Robotics, talked about, an S1 and an S2 level, exactly like what Helix did. And it's like, wow, it's interesting to use the same term. So it must be that there's a lot of kind of combined research or similar research going on where the terminology that's percolating up seems to be about the same kind of concepts that's there. Again, I'm kind of waiting for that response video from Tesla, and maybe they decide they don't want to play the response game. It's more like, we'll do it on our time frame, but there have been some ambitious targets that we know that the idea of going into production and starting to show that. Is that already being done? Is there something they want to show, or is it again
advertised for jobs, right? For the
it could be one of those things that it could be one of those things they just want to hide their cards until late in the summer when maybe they have something else. So I don't know if I actually expect anything from them in March, but I do expect something from the other companies that we know of and companies we don't know of, because that seems to also be
that'll be great. Yeah, there's a lot of crazy stuff happening in China.
Yeah, and the S1, S2 is probably a reference to the anatomy. You have the primary sensor motor cortex and the secondary, and that's called S1 and S2. So maybe it's that.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, possible. I'll have to ask someone that.